Welcome back to the channel. Usually when we talk about male cannabis plants, the advice is simple. Find them, bag them, and banish them. But today we are flipping the script. We are not playing executioner, we are playing matchmaker. We are looking for a stud. If you have ever wanted to create your own strain, stop buying seeds, or just see what happens when you let nature take its course, you need a male. But you don't just want any male. You don't want the first guy who shows up to the party. You want the best genetics possible. You want the king of the garden. So how do you spot a keeper? First, let's talk about timing. Males almost always show their gender before females. They grow taller and faster because their evolutionary job is to get high up in the air so they can drop pollen down onto the ladies. But be careful. The male that flowers the fastest isn't always the best. Sometimes growing too fast makes them lanky and weak. You generally want to avoid the early bloomer who stretches like a beanstalk overnight. We are looking for structure. We want a male that is stocky. We want tight internodal spacing. That means the branches are close together, not stretched out. If the dad is compact and bushy, there is a good chance his daughters will be too. If he looks like a wobbly skeleton, swipe left. We want a linebacker, not a marathon runner. Next up is the most important test you can do without a lab coat. The stem rub. This is exactly what it sounds like. Go up to the main stalk of your male plant, give it a firm rub with your thumb and finger, and then smell your fingers. This is crucial because males don't produce big sticky buds, so you can't smell the flower yet. But the stem tells the truth. If you rub the stem and it smells like nothing, or worse, if it smells like green grass, hay, or a wet lawn, trash it. That is a boring plant. But if you rub that stem and it hits you with a punch of skunk, berry, fuel, or lemon, if it smells sticky even though there are no buds, that is your winner. That male is carrying the terpene profile you want to pass on. We are breeding for flavor, and the funky-smelling dad is the one who brings the flavor. Then we have the stress test. This sounds mean, but hear me out. You want offspring that are tough. You want plants that can handle a missed watering, a heat wave, or a bug attack. So look at your males. Is one of them wilting the second the lights get too hot? Is one of them constantly attracting pests? Get rid of him. We don't want to breed weakness. You want the guy who stands tall when the environment gets rough, the survivor. Once you have identified your chosen one, the one with the tight structure, the loud stem rub, and the survivor mentality, you need to isolate him. Do not, I repeat, do not leave him in the main tent with your flowering females unless you want thousands of seeds in every single bud. Move him to a separate space, a closet, a different tent, or even a windowsill in another room. Once those pollen sacs open up, they look like little yellow bananas. You can collect the pollen on a piece of foil or in a bag. Then you can play Cupid. You can take a paintbrush and selectively pollinate just one specific branch of your favorite female. That way, you get your regular buds for smoking and one specific branch of custom-made seeds for planting next year. Breeding is the next level of gardening. It's about taking control of the genetics and making something that is uniquely yours. So don't just chop down every male you see. Take a second look. Give him the sniff test. You might just find the father of your next favorite strain. Thanks for watching Gardening Tips. Now get out there, rub some stems, and find your champion.